What if I told you that today, January 14th, is not just another page on the calendar, but a living cosmic checkpoint, written into the fabric of your soul? What if this very day is quietly offering you a reset so precise, so personal, that it knows where you were the moment you first took a breath? Right now, the sun is tracing a sacred circle back to the exact degree it occupied when you were born, and that return is not symbolic. It is structural. It is energetic. It is a cosmic recalibration of who you are becoming. Most people feel this time before they ever understand it. They feel restless. They feel reflective. They feel pulled between what they were and what they are ready to be. You might be feeling that now. A strange urge to clean, to release, to think about your life in wider terms. Maybe old memories are surfacing. Maybe certain relationships suddenly feel heavier or lighter. That is not coincidence. That is your personal solar year closing and another one opening. Welcome back, Cosmic Navigators. This is Celestial Insight, and today we are stepping into one of the most powerful moments in astrology, your solar return. This is not just your birthday. It is the moment the sun completes its journey around the zodiac and comes back to the exact energetic position it held when you were born. It is like the universe knocking gently on your door, saying, "It's time to update the software that runs your life." January 14th carries a particular weight this year. The sun is not simply moving. It is resetting a cycle that governs your identity, your vitality, and your direction. And the universe does not do this randomly. It does it with intention. It does it with memory. It does it with timing that is older than language. Right now, something is being measured. Not how fast you have moved, not how much you have achieved, but how aligned you have been with your deeper truth. The universe is watching how you respond, not how you perform. And this solar return is not asking you to prove anything. It is asking you to recalibrate. Many of you watching this have been feeling tired in a way sleep cannot fix. You have been questioning things you once accepted without thought. You have been sensing that parts of your life no longer fit the person you are becoming. That is because your solar year has been slowly draining its charge. And on January 14th, the battery is being replaced. The sun is not just light. It is consciousness. It is the organizing force of your entire chart. When it returns, it hands you a fresh, energetic blueprint for the next 12 months. The themes you will live, the lessons you will face, the growth that will be required, all of it is quietly written into that moment. This is why your birthday feels different from other days. Your nervous system feels it. Your spirit feels it. Even if you do nothing special, your energy is being reset. But here is the truth most people never hear. If you meet your solar return unconsciously, you receive the year passively. If you meet it with intention, you shape it. January 14th is not about rushing forward. It is about becoming aware of what is quietly shifting behind the scenes. This phase is not about action. It is about alignment. The universe is listening for the frequency you choose to broadcast. Your solar return chart, cast for the exact moment the sun returns to your natal degree, is a map of what this year wants to teach you. It shows where your energy will naturally flow, where resistance will arise, and where growth is quietly waiting for your attention. It is not fate. it is terrain. Some years are about building. Some are about releasing. Some are about redefining who you are. And this year, for many of you, is about reclaiming your personal power in a way that does not require exhaustion. You may have noticed that things you once chased now feel less important. That is the sun shifting your values. You may have noticed that you are less willing to tolerate what drains you. That is the sun strengthening your boundaries. On January 14th, the universe is not pushing you forward. It is pulling you back into yourself. This solar return is asking one quiet but powerful question. Are you living in alignment with who you are now, or are you still operating on an old version of yourself? The answer to that question will shape everything that unfolds in the next 12 months. Stay with me, because in the next chapter, we are going to look at how your solar return chart reveals what this year is actually about for you, and why some things are being removed so better things can finally enter. This moment will make sense later. When the sun returns to its exact natal position on January 14th, something quietly precise occurs. A new energetic clock begins to tick. And unlike the one on your wall, this clock does not measure hours. It measures intention, growth, and the way your soul will be stretched and shaped over the next 12 months. This is where your solar return chart becomes more than astrology. It becomes a mirror. Your birth chart shows who you are. Your solar return chart shows who you are becoming this year. It is cast for the exact moment the sun reaches the same degree and minute it held when you were born. That moment can happen at any time of day, even if it does not fall exactly on your birthday. But on January 14th, for many of you, that energetic return is active, and its influence ripples outward like a stone dropped into still water. The solar return chart creates a 12-house map for your year ahead. Each house represents a different area of life: identity, money, communication, home, creativity, work, relationships, transformation, belief, career, community, and the subconscious. Wherever the sun lands in this chart is where your life force will be focused. It is the room of the house where the lights will be brightest. Some of you will have the sun in the first house, signaling a year of self-redefinition. This is when you are being asked to step forward more boldly, to claim space, to stop shrinking. You may feel restless, ready for a new look, a new role, a new way of being seen. This is not vanity. It is evolution. Others will have the sun in the second house, where money, worth, and stability come into focus. This year will ask you to reassess what you truly value, not just financially, but emotionally. You may find that you can no longer accept being underpaid, underappreciated, or overlooked. The universe is nudging you toward a more honest exchange of energy. For some, the sun will illuminate the third house, activating communication, learning, and truth-telling. This is a year when your voice matters more than you realize. You may feel called to speak up, to write, to teach, or to finally say what you have been holding inside. Silence will feel heavier. Expression will feel like relief. If the sun falls in the fourth house, your inner world becomes the priority. Home, family, and emotional roots will demand attention. This is not a year to ignore what you feel. Old memories may surface. Ancestral patterns may come into awareness. You are being asked to create a sense of safety that comes from within, not from external approval. Those with the sun in the 5th house are being invited back to joy. Creativity, romance, and play are not distractions this year. They are medicine. You may feel drawn to art, love, or children. You may rediscover parts of yourself that were buried under responsibility. This is the universe reminding you that you're allowed to enjoy being alive. If the sun shines in your 6th house, your daily life is under review. Health, routines, and work habits will need refinement. This is not punishment. It is alignment. Your body and your time are sacred resources, and this year you are being taught how to protect them. For those with the sun in the 7th house, relationships become the classroom. Partnerships, both romantic and professional, will reflect your inner balance. If something is out of alignment, it will show. If something is meant to deepen, it will. This is a year of mirrors. The 8th house sun brings transformation. This is where endings and rebirths live. You may be releasing old attachments, old debts, old fears. It can feel intense, but it is also liberating. You are not losing anything that was meant to stay. A 9th house sun calls you toward expansion. Travel, study, spiritual growth, and new philosophies may enter your life. You are being invited to see the world and yourself from a wider perspective. The truth you find will change you. If the sun is in your 10th house, your public life is being reshaped. Career, reputation, and long-term goals come into focus. You may be stepping into greater visibility or responsibility. This is not about ego. It is about purpose. An 11th house sun activates your future. Friendships, networks, and dreams for what is possible will be highlighted. You may meet people who open new doors. You may realize that your old dreams were too small. And if the sun rests in your 12th house, this is a year of quiet healing. You may feel more introspective, more sensitive, more intuitive. This is not weakness. It is preparation. Something new is forming beneath the surface. No matter where your sun falls, one thing is true. January 14th marks the moment when the universe hands you a fresh script. You are not meant to repeat last year. You are meant to refine it. You may feel both hopeful and uncertain right now. That is the space where growth lives. The universe is not asking you to have everything figured out. It is asking you to be present for the unfolding. In the next chapter, we will explore how to consciously step into this new solar year through simple but powerful recalibration, practices that align your energy with what this cycle is quietly preparing to give you. This moment is not random. It is remembered by the stars. On January 14th, as the sun completes its sacred return, the universe does something subtle but profound. It opens a window, not a loud one, not a dramatic one, a quiet opening where intention becomes visible to the cosmic field. This is the moment when your personal power grid is easiest to recalibrate, not through force, but through focus. Most people miss this window because they are busy celebrating or distracting themselves. But you are here, and that means something in you already knows this day carries weight. Your energy right now is more impressionable than usual. Think of it like fresh clay. Whatever you press into it in these days surrounding your solar return leaves a deeper imprint. This is why the thoughts you repeat, the emotions you sit with, and the intentions you speak carry extra gravity. This phase isn't about action. It's about alignment. The universe is watching how you respond, not how fast you move. The first step in energetic recalibration is stillness. Not silence, but presence. On or around January 14th, take time to sit with yourself without distraction. No phone, no music. Just you and your breath. Ask one simple question. What is ready to be released? You do not need to force an answer. Whatever rises is what has been quietly waiting. Some of you will feel grief you didn't know you were carrying. Some will feel relief. Some will feel anger, clarity, or sudden exhaustion. Let it come. This is energy untangling itself from old stories. The second step is intention, not a long list, not a desperate wish. One or two focused intentions that feel true. Not what you think you should want, but what your body and spirit respond to when you say it. For example, instead of saying, "I want more money," you might say, "I am open to receiving in ways that honor my worth." Instead of "I want love," you might say, "I am available for connection that is safe and mutual." Write these intentions down. There is power in making the invisible visible. On January 14th, the sun is listening in a different way. It is not granting wishes. It is responding to resonance. The third step is embodiment. This is where many people stop short. You do not manifest by thinking alone. You manifest by acting as if the alignment has already begun. If your intention is peace, you begin by setting one boundary. If your intention is clarity, you begin by telling one truth. If your intention is abundance, you begin by treating your time and energy as valuable. This is not about perfection. It is about direction. Right now, some of you are being tested. You are being tempted to fall back into old patterns because they are familiar. But this solar return is not supporting the old version of you. It is quietly withdrawing energy from what no longer fits. You may notice that certain people feel distant. Certain habits feel heavy. Certain goals no longer excite you. That is not loss. That is alignment. The universe is rearranging things behind the scenes. What is meant to stay will feel steady. What is meant to leave will feel strained. Trust that. One simple ritual you can do on January 14th is this. Light a candle. Not for symbolism, but for focus. Look at the flame and imagine the old year dissolving. The disappointments, the doubts, the things you carried that were never yours to hold. Then imagine a new light filling the space they leave behind. This is not fantasy. It is nervous system regulation meeting intention. Another practice is to create a vision anchor. Not a complicated vision board, but one or two images or words that represent how you want to feel this year. Not what you want to have, but how you want to be. Calm, powerful, free, grounded, loved. Let that be your compass. January 14th is not asking you to chase the future. It is asking you to align with it. In the next chapter, we will move from recalibration into manifestation and explore how to walk with the energy of this solar return throughout the year so it becomes a living guide rather than a forgotten moment. What you set now is what will quietly grow. Once your energy has been recalibrated, once the old static has begun to clear, something subtle starts to happen. The universe begins to respond, not with fireworks, not with instant results, but with gentle openings that match the frequency you set on January 14th. This is where manifestation stops being an idea and becomes a relationship. Most people think manifestation is about getting. In truth, it is about becoming. You do not attract what you want. You attract what you are aligned with. Your solar return chart does not just describe what will happen. It reveals what you are ready to hold. And this year, for many of you, what is being offered is more than you have ever allowed yourself to receive. But here is the part that requires honesty. The universe will not give you what contradicts your self-image. If you see yourself as unworthy, abundance will feel unsafe. If you see yourself as alone, love will feel suspicious. This year's solar return is not here to punish those patterns. It is here to soften them. On January 14th, something in your subconscious was rewritten. Even if you did not notice it consciously, your nervous system registered the shift. You may find yourself responding differently to situations that once triggered you. You may feel less reactive, more observant. That is the new year taking root. This is a year to watch for quiet invitations, a message that arrives at the right time, a chance encounter, a sudden idea that feels like it came from nowhere. These are not random. They are the universe testing your readiness. What is being tested right now is your ability to trust what is unfolding without forcing it. This phase isn't about action. It's about restraint. The universe is watching how you respond, not how fast you move. When something does not work out immediately, do not assume you are off track. Often delay is protection. Often a closed door is saving you from walking into a version of the future that no longer matches who you are becoming. Your solar return chart is like a compass. If it shows a year focused on relationships, you will be guided into situations that reveal your attachment patterns. If it shows a year focused on career, you will be presented with opportunities that challenge your confidence. If it shows a year of healing, you may be asked to slow down in ways that feel uncomfortable but necessary. Manifestation in this cycle will not always look like success. Sometimes it looks like endings. Sometimes it looks like uncomfortable clarity. Sometimes it looks like being asked to choose yourself for the first time. And that is where the real magic is. Right now, some of you are being quietly aligned with people who will matter deeply in the next chapter of your life. You may not know it yet. You may not recognize them as significant, but the threads are already weaving. Others of you are being gently pulled away from situations that once felt safe but now feel draining. That is not rejection. That is redirection. January 14 did not just start a new year. It shifted your trajectory. The key to working with this energy is awareness. When something feels light, expansive, or quietly exciting, lean in. When something feels heavy, constricting, or full of resistance, pause. Your body knows before your mind catches up. In the next chapter, we will talk about how to navigate the challenges and lessons that this solar return year brings, and how to move through them with grace rather than struggle. You are not behind. You are exactly where this cycle begins. Every solar return year carries gifts, but it also carries tests. Not because the universe is cruel, but because growth requires friction. January 14 did not only open doors, it also activated the lessons you can no longer avoid. Right now, many of you are standing at a threshold. You can feel it. Something is ending. Something is beginning. And in between, there is uncertainty. This is the space where the old version of you dissolves, and the new one has not fully formed yet. It can feel lonely. It can feel confusing. But it is sacred. What is being tested this year is not your strength. It is your self-respect. You will be asked to choose between what is familiar and what is aligned, between staying quiet and speaking truth, between overgiving and honoring your limits. These choices may appear small, but they are not. Each one rewrites your future. The universe is not watching how much you sacrifice. It is watching how much you trust yourself. Some of you will be tested through relationships. Old dynamics may resurface. People may push boundaries that you have outgrown. This is not to hurt you. It is to show you where you have been undervaluing your own needs. The lesson is not to fight. The lesson is to choose differently. Others will be tested through work or purpose. You may be offered something that looks good on the surface, but feels wrong inside. Or you may be asked to step into something that feels intimidating but true. This is where your solar return chart becomes a compass. Follow what feels expansive, even if it scares you. What should be avoided this year is rushing. January 14th did not begin a race. It began a recalibration. When you move too fast, you miss the subtle guidance that is trying to reach you. You may notice that your patience is being stretched. That delays feel more frustrating than usual. That is because you are being taught how to hold space for what is coming without collapsing into anxiety. What is quietly aligning right now is support. You are not meant to do this year alone. New connections will form. Old ones may deepen, but they will only find you if you stay present instead of retreating into old defenses. Some of you have been hurt before. That memory lives in your body. This year will ask you to risk softness again. Not with everyone, but with those who prove they can meet you there. January 14th also marked a subtle shift in your intuition. You may find that you know things without knowing how, that you feel when something is off even if it looks fine. Trust that. Your inner guidance is stronger now than it has been years. This solar return is not about proving yourself. It is about remembering yourself. In the next chapter, we will explore how to walk with this energy throughout the year, how to use your solar return as a living guide, and how to stay aligned even when life tries to pull you back into old patterns. You are being shaped for something you have not yet seen. As this new solar year unfolds, the most important thing to understand is that alignment is not a one-time moment. January 14th was the ignition point, but the fire you lit there must be tended. Your solar return is not a single day. It is a living cycle that moves with you through every decision, every conversation, every quiet moment when you choose how to respond to life. Think of this year as a river. The current has already shifted. You can feel it in subtle ways, in how you think, in what you tolerate, in what you desire. When you move with that current, things feel easier, even when they are challenging. When you resist it, everything feels heavy. This is how you stay aligned. You listen. Your body will tell you when something is right. It will feel open, warm, or steady. Your body will also tell you when something is wrong. It will feel tight, anxious, or draining. This is not fear. This is information. This solar return has heightened your ability to sense truth through your nervous system. Honor that. Throughout this year, you will be offered choices that seem small, but are actually pivotal. Do you speak up or stay silent? Do you rest or overextend? Do you follow curiosity or cling to safety? These are the moments where your solar path is either strengthened or diluted. The universe is not judging you. It is calibrating with you. There will be times when you feel off track. That does not mean you have failed. It means you're being redirected. The key is to notice quickly and adjust gently. No self-punishment. No drama. Just a quiet return to what feels true. One powerful way to work with your solar return energy is to check in with yourself every month. Not with pressure, but with curiosity. Ask yourself, how do I feel compared to where I was in January? What has shifted? What has opened? What has closed? This keeps you in conscious relationship with the year you are living. Some months will feel expansive. Others will feel introspective. Both are part of the design. Growth does not always look like progress. Sometimes it looks like rest. Sometimes it looks like waiting. Sometimes it looks like letting go. This phase isn't about action. It's about discernment. The universe is watching how you choose, not how much you do. Right now, something important is quietly aligning in your life. You may not see it yet, but if you stay present, if you stay honest with yourself, it will reveal itself at the right time. In the final chapter, we will close this journey by anchoring what you have learned and opening the door to the deeper purpose this solar return is preparing you for. The story of this year is still being written, and you are holding the pen. As this cycle settles into your bones, there is something important to remember. January 14th was not just a date you passed through. It was a doorway you walked across. And once you cross it, you do not return to who you were before. Even if your life looks the same on the outside, something inside you has already shifted. Your solar return marked the moment your soul signed a new contract with time. This year will not be about becoming someone else. It will be about becoming more of who you truly are. The layers that were built out of fear, obligation, or survival will begin to loosen. The parts of you that were quiet, patient, and waiting will begin to rise. Some of you will feel this as a sudden clarity. Others will feel it as a slow but undeniable pull away from what no longer fits. Both are right. Both are part of the same unfolding. The universe is not asking you to be brave in loud ways. It is asking you to be honest in quiet ones. What you are manifesting this year is not just events. You are manifesting a relationship with yourself that is deeper, kinder, and more sovereign. That is the true gift of a solar return. Everything else is a reflection of that inner shift. You will notice that certain doors begin to open without force. Opportunities will arise that feel oddly timed. People will appear who seem to recognize you in ways that surprise you. This is because you are becoming more visible to what matches your frequency. At the same time, things that once held your attention may fall away, not because you failed, but because you no longer need them to feel whole. This year will ask you to trust subtlety, to listen to whispers instead of waiting for thunder, to honor what feels right even when it does not make sense yet. The universe is always speaking, On January 14th, you tuned in. As you move forward, return to this moment when you feel lost. Return to the intention you set. Return to the knowing that you were given a fresh beginning, not as a reward, but as a birthright. Your solar return is a reminder that life is cyclical, that endings are beginnings, and that every year you are invited to step closer to your truth. So as this new solar year unfolds, move gently. Choose what feels aligned. Release what feels heavy. And trust that something beautiful is being built beneath the surface, even when you cannot see it yet. If this message found you at the right time, let it stay with you. Share it with someone who needs to hear it. And stay connected to celestial insight, because this journey is only just beginning. This moment will make sense later.